All right, let's get right into it. If you've ever had that sinking feeling, where you send your resume out into the world and just hear nothing back, this one is for you. We're going to break down exactly why that's happening and, more importantly, how to fix it.
You know the drill. You spend hours, maybe even days, getting your resume just right. You list every skill, you fine-tune every accomplishment, and you finally hit send, feeling pretty hopeful. And then, crickets. It's like your application just disappeared into some kind of resume black hole. It's super frustrating, but believe me, the reason it happens is a lot simpler than you think. Just think about all those hours you poured into that document. Now get this. A recruiter is probably only going to spend about 10 seconds looking at it for the first time. That's it, 10 seconds. That is the tiny, tiny window you have to either make it into the maybe pile or, well, the no pile. So what on earth is happening in those 10 seconds? You'd think they're scanning for all the amazing reasons to hire you, right? Well, here's the twist. It's actually the exact opposite. They're scanning for reasons to disqualify you, to make their job easier by shrinking that huge stack of applications. And those reasons, we're going to call them resume killers. So what exactly are these so-called resume killers? Honestly, they can be anything from a simple typo or a messy format to something a bit more subtle, like a really vague job description. It's basically any little thing that makes a recruiter pause, think, not a fit, and instantly move on to the next one. It's the fatal flaw in that crucial 10-second scan. And this, right here, is the real problem. You could be the absolute perfect person for the job, but if your resume has even one of these killers, like a generic summary that says nothing, or you're not using numbers to show your impact, or you're just listing duties instead of achievements, it could get tossed before anyone even sees your best stuff. Okay, so let's say you've done it. You've hunted down and eliminated all those killers. Your resume is clean, it's professional, it's typo-free, it survives the 10-second scan. That's awesome. You've officially gone from being rejected to being acceptable. But here's the thing. Acceptable doesn't get you the interview. We need to go from good to great. See, just avoiding the mistakes gets your foot in the door, but it doesn't make you stand out. The real magic, the stuff that makes a recruiter stop and say, ooh, I need to call this person, is turning your resume from just a list of facts into a really compelling story. This comparison says it all. Over on the left, you've got a good resume. It does the job. It doesn't get thrown out. But look at the right. A great resume is alive. It uses powerful action verbs. It tells a clear story of how you've grown in your career. And most importantly, it screams your experience level and your biggest strengths from the moment they look at it. It's not just a list. It's a narrative of your success. And that brings us to the final part, which is honestly the most important, the actual rebuild. This is where we take all of these ideas and put them into action to really transform your resume from a piece of paper into your #1 marketing tool. I absolutely love this quote because it just hits the nail on the head. The goal isn't some massive overhaul. It's about mastering those finer details, the perfect word choice, the strategic placement of your biggest wins, the flow of your career path. That's the stuff that makes your profile sparkle, that makes it impossible to ignore. That's what gets you noticed. But let's be real, getting those finer details right is tough, especially when it's your own career. You're just too close to it, It's hard to be objective. Sometimes what you really need is that outside perspective to help you see the most powerful way to tell your story and turn a good resume into a truly exceptional one. I mean, that's the real question, isn't it? How do you get to that point where you feel completely confident every single time you hit send? How do you build a resume that you know is a powerful, compelling argument for why a company absolutely has to hire you? Well, here is your direct, no-fluff answer. If you really want to make your resume feel 100 times stronger, if you want that expert guidance to make your profile shine, this is your first step. Just send a simple message, resume rebuild, along with your details, and you can join the community. It really is that simple. Just 3 easy steps. You send the message, pop in your info, and you will get access to step-by-step guidance to walk you through this whole process. We'll dig into the wording, the flow, everything you need to make your resume truly stand out. Because really, that's the ultimate goal here. It's not just about getting more interviews. It's about creating a professional story that you are genuinely proud of. A document that perfectly captures your value and that you can send out into the world with 100% confidence. Now, that's the power of a proper resume rebuild.
If you feel your resume or interview skills are underselling you, check the description. You'll find links to join my Sacred Life WhatsApp community and to connect with me on LinkedIn for resume rebranding and interview preparation. And please don't forget to share this video with your circle. You never know, you might be gifting someone a life-changing career moment. Do like, share, and comment for more. Thank you for your time.